95% sure the filming of this video is cursed or hexed or something. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial. I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm getting over being sick last month. I got the pumpkin plague. That's what I call it when I get sick every time it turns fall, because I set my watch to it if I were one, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got super sick and I wanted to get back into it and film a tutorial, and I feel like the last couple tutorials I've done have been super neutral, so I wanted to do something colorful, and I was inspired by kind of doing like a vampy but pink but kind of red eye and lip look, if that makes sense. So let me tell you guys a couple of fun anecdotes about filming this video. First of all, this background looks so terribly cheap. It's so creased, but I just get so tired of the white wall behind me and the beaded curtains, and I've had them forever, and I try to change it whenever I can, so hopefully you don't hate it too much. Also, my hair is hilarity. I just told you guys a story on Snapchat of how it ended up like this. I actually did take the time to do it and style it and make it cute. You'll see it like in the little rollers and stuff throughout the video. But when I took it down and I went to actually like style it, I sprayed this hairspray in it that was like, it made it wet and sticky and hard, and it took all the curl out. It was just gross, so I just threw up in a bun. And if you're like an old school subscriber of mine, you remember like the year that I went with my hair up in a fun bun, and I haven't really done it since, so this is kind of strange to see it up again. It's really weird. Also, something else really funny, I got a new camera. My husband got it for me for our anniversary because I've been wanting it forever, and it's one of those Sony's with the flip screen that flips up, and I have just been selfieing like my life. I can't even do it. You guys are gonna laugh so hard. I've been holding my arm like this for so long since I got done doing this makeup, because you know, to get done with your makeup, you're just like, yeah, girl. So I was taking a selfie and I did like one too many, and now like this hurts bad, really bad. I have like a selfie sprain. That's embarrassing, but it's true. It's like, whatevs. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you have not. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. As always, you can adjust this look to suit you and however you want to wear it. You can do whatever the F you want, and I'm sure it'll look beautiful. In the meantime, I love you more than you will ever know, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. Bye. It really hurts to turn the camera off. Alright guys, today we are starting off with MAC Pro Longwear Painterly Paint Pot on a small synthetic brush, working it all over my lid from lash line to brow, and then blending it out with my finger. I do not ever skip the step of priming my eyes, and you shouldn't either. Now I'm taking VINO lip liner from MAC. If you have an eyeliner that is the same color, you could totally use it, but I love the color of this lip liner. This is doing two different things for me right now. One, because this particular kind of halo smoky eye is a little bit difficult on hooded eyes like mine, it's giving me a guide to make sure that my colors do not surpass where I don't want them to go. I don't need the crease color to go any higher or any lower really than this. Definitely not any higher. And it's acting as an eyeshadow base for the next colors that I'm going to go in with. I love the maroon wine color of this pencil, so when I lay it down underneath the next shade, it's going to give this beautiful purpley maroon raspberry shade that I'm obsessed with. Then I'm taking this Sigma tapered crease blending brush. I can't remember the name of it, but it's my favorite, one of my favorites from Sigma for sure, and I'm blending out the edges of that lip liner. You want to do this for two reasons. One, it's going to help aid in the blending through the rest of the process, and two, if this line is like sticky and harsh, when you go to lay a powder on top of it, it won't blend out well. It'll just be a really harsh, very distinct line. Normally I film on my right eye, but today I have to do my crazy eye because when I did my right eye, I was completely out of focus the entire time, so I'm sorry if this angle is weird. My crazy eye is my less symmetrical eye. Everyone has one for the most part, so I hope it doesn't bother you too much having to do it from this side. It was quite the challenge for me, trust. Then I'm taking Mango Tango and Chickadee from Makeup Geek, mixed on my brush, and I'm going to soften the outer edges of that line. Make sure you take your time with this part. If you notice, I really left a lot of the footage in because I want you guys to see what it takes to make sure it's nice and soft and blended. I really worked this into that color back and forth from inner corner to outer corner. Like I said, make sure you don't take it too high. I used one brush to blend the eyeshadow into the lip liner, and I used another brush to soften the outer edges where it moves up towards my brow bone. You definitely want to keep the edges soft. This is your transition color, so you want to make sure it's as blown out and seamless as you can possibly make it. Then I took Love Plus from Sugar Pill. It's like the most beautiful red eyeshadow ever. And this is on a Sigma E17 brush, I think. I need to be more familiar with my brush names. And I am just working this on 2 different brushes just to keep it really low and compact on the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm keeping this below that Mango Tango Chickadee mixture. This is crucial. Don't take it any higher. Keep this low, and I'm literally wrapping it, if you can tell my brush placement, around my eyeball. Once again, take your time, blend it out, sauerkraut. Then I'm taking Shroom from MAC as my brow bone highlight, laying it up there, and then taking a clean brush with no additional product to blend the 2 colors together. Next, I'm going in with Deep Damson on a pencil brush, and I'm poking this. Literally, if you can see the motion of my brush, I am poking it on the inner and the outer corner of my eyeball. This is where the depth comes in, is the outer corners. So make sure you put that in there. And then I blend it out with this awesome new brush from MAC. I'll have to leave the information about it down below. I'm obsessed with it. What I do is I poke the colors in the outer corner. I did this a couple of times back and forth, just adding small amounts of product. And I use this brush to feather that pigment inward. I don't want a harsh line of Deep Damson around my eye. I just kind of want it in the outer corners feathered upwards and inwards. I don't add any additional product. I'm just blending it out with this brush, and if you really want to, you can take a little bit more of Love Plus in. Now I'm taking Carbon, and I'm poking that in the same area, but not covering up the Deep Damson, just the very, 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 very inner corner and outer corner, and you guessed it, blending it out. Then I'm taking Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue, and I'm putting this on the center of my eyeball, and I'm laying this gorgeous color from MAC. It's new from the An Extra Dimension collection that's permanent. It's called Smokey Mauve, and I'm patting this all over the center of my lid with a flat shader brush from MAC. I think this is the 242, and then I'm blending out the edges of that shadow. You don't want to leave a harsh, shimmery line. You need to blend it in with those matte colors. Off camera, I did my liquid liner. This is L'Oreal. It's amazing. I'll talk more about it later. I did my mascara, which is LANCOME HYPNOSE Drama. It's amazing. And then I lay down my lashes, which are Bella from KOKO Lashes. You guys know I love them. And then I'm going to prime the skin with SMASHBOX Photo Finish eyeshadow primer. Now I'm doing my foundation, Too Faced Born This Way. It's my new favorite. I'll talk more about it later. I'm going to dot this all over the skin with my fingers just to make sure I don't apply too much. And then I'm going to take my foundation brush, which is the Shiseido Perfect Foundation Brush. I love this brush, and I'm using it to work it into my skin and blend it in all over the surface of my skin. And I'm going to work this through and blend, and then I'm going to run it over with a beauty blender. I recommend, if you're going to use a brush and not just a beauty blender, which I normally do, make sure you at least hit it with a beauty blender to absorb any excess product and make it one with the skin. Now I'm highlighting with MAC Pro Longwear in NW20 and NW25 underneath the eyes, bridge of the nose, forehead, very center of the forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. I always do this. In fact, this whole part of the video is very, very sped up because my contouring and highlighting routine kind of stays the same. You know, once I get a new routine going, it stays this way. I should probably just do a dedicated video and link it below instead of including it because I feel like it probably gets a bit repetitive. But in case you've never seen one of my videos, I throw it in anyway. So I'm blending that highlighter / concealer out with my beauty blender, and then I'm setting it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm using the cooking method. People that have oily skin like me, this is absolutely ideal for you. If you have dry skin, you probably don't need to do this all over your face. You could probably just use it to clean up your contour. Excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick. But yeah, I just set it everywhere I put that concealer down. This is going to set my makeup, make it last all day and night, and it also gives it a nice subtle highlight as well. Then I'm bronzing the outer parameters of my face with a Sigma contour brush and Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I use bronzer for 2 reasons. 1, to warm up my skin and give me a nice, you know, sun-kissed glow. And 2, it kind of acts as a transition shade for my contour. That way my contour is blending into something and not just my skin tone. Speaking of contour, I'm using Harmony Blush from MAC. Oh, I love this color so much. I need some more. It's a perfect pinky gray tone, which is ideal for my skin. The pink imitates the color of skin, and the gray creates the appearance of a subtle shadow, which is what a contour is. It's a shadow. Now I'm cooking my contour, so I'm just laying that powder underneath. Sometimes I use a beauty blender to lay it down underneath there, and sometimes I use a brush from SIGMA. It's going to be in the clip coming up right there. It's a large fluff shader brush. It's a perfect angle to lay down your contour cook and make sure it's nice and straight and perfect and precise, which is basically the goal with doing cooking anyway. You want to sharpen up that contour. Now I'm brushing away the excess powder. I kid you not, and I said this in my last tutorial, I wipe away this powder for a good 2 or 3 minutes, and I clean off the brush that I'm using to make sure I'm not just applying more powder on top of my face. But I really go in there and I wipe away that contour, that cooking powder as much as I can. You don't want to leave excess product on the skin. You will be able to see it. Trust me. Now I'm taking the Mango Tango mixture underneath my eye. I'm smoking out my lash line. You obviously do not have to do this, but it's just my preferred way of doing a smoky eye is to really bring that color down. It opens up my eyes and creates a nice pop of color down there because I have hooded eyes, and when my eyes are open, a lot of that color gets covered. So I'm just working that underneath, and then I take a smaller brush with a bit of that Love Plus, and then I also mixed the Deep Dancing on it as well. I took a smaller brush even closer to my lash line. You want to take the smaller brushes closer to the lash line to create dimension, depth, and it will help once again open up the eye and not create like a harsh smudge of color, which is what you do not want. Then I'm taking 24/7 eyeliner from Urban Decay in the color 0. It's a perfect, gorgeous, black, deep, dark, non-moving black eyeliner. And I'm smudging that out with some black eyeshadow. I wanted to create a slight separation of color and my eye. I didn't want to bring that red right into my eye because that can kind of give the effect of like irritation. And then I just smudged that black out a little bit with the Deep Dancing and Love Plus mixture. Then I'm wiping away that cooking contour with a powder brush just to make sure it's nice and cleaned up. And like I said, make sure you wipe away for as long as you can. Then I'm applying blush. Today I did Melba. I'm sorry I don't have a screenshot. It's a gorgeous mid-tone peachy pink color that adds a nice color to the skin but doesn't compete with anything. And then I mixed this Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette together on my brush and ran it all over my skin. This is how I highlight now. It creates a nice glow all over the surface of my face. And then I'm going in with SMASHBOX Shimmer Lights. It's a pink tone, that's why I went in with it. I thought it complemented things nicely. And I precisely highlighted the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. I'm going to go in with several highlighting brushes and several applications because I am very particular about my highlight. So the first one that I do is this fan brush, and I wash it all over the tops of my cheekbones in like a simple wash of color and shimmer. And then I take a precise brush to put it just at the very highest peak top tippy of my cheekbone. Now I'm taking SOAR lip liner from MAC. I love this lip liner when you just need something to outline the color and the shape of your lips. My lip line just kind of disappears into my face. There's no ridge, there's no nothing. I don't have thin lips necessarily, but I don't have a pronounced lip line. So lip liner, when I have to do a bold lip, is absolutely crucial. Then I'm taking STILA ARIA lip liner, which is like the most unique, beautiful color. I don't have anything like this. I'm absolutely obsessed, and the formula is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!